Hello viewers, so I am back with my new video. This is the video which I have already uploaded earlier, but I am uploading it again because of some technical glitch. I hope you'll like the video. So let's get started with engineering and civilization in ancient China. Now here we have the timeline, and this is the timeline of the different dynasties which came in China. The Xia dynasty 2100 BC to 1600 BCE, the Shang dynasty 1600 BC to 1550 BC, introduction of chariot in the same period. Then the Zhou dynasty 1046 BC to 256 BCE, the Laoism, Taoism, then the life of Confucius, all that took place in the Zhou dynasty. Then the Qin dynasty 221 BCE to 206 BCE, and the Great Wall of China also started during this period. Then the Han dynasty 206 BC to 229 AD, and introduction to Buddhism. Now we come across this bell, the bells which were found during the Zhou dynasty, which illustrate the extraordinary technical sophistication of metallurgy in China. What else we can see over here is that these bells were used in a musical accompaniment for ritual ceremonies and for less solemn occasions, for less formal and dignified occasions. Then here we come across the activity, which is the activity from the textbook. You can go through. Now this is the Grand Canal. The Grand Canal, which you can see now, was made during the time of Qin dynasty, but it extended to various dynasties. Then we have the terracotta warriors, and these terracotta army refers to the thousands of life-size clay models of soldiers, horses and chariots. Shi Huangdi was desperate for immortality. He wanted to live forever, and that's the reason in the end he felt that he should make certain kind of army of terracotta which is going to protect him. So there are 7,000 warriors, 600 horses and 100 chariots. This is the activity from the textbook. Please go through. Confucius. Let us see the life of Confucius. Confucius was a teacher and a philosopher in ancient China. The teachings of Confucius have emphasized on moral behavior of people, oldest and most respected traditions of Chinese society. His teachings were written down by his students and are collected together in a work called Analects. Now here I have put up the image of Zen humanness, which is very much from your textbook. So let me just explain you what exactly is this Zen humanness all about. Hello sir, I have come to ask you about Zen humanness. Can you just explain me in detail? Yes, for sure. I have got certain illustrations which is going to help you in proper understanding of Zen humanness. So let's begin. Sir, I would like to know one word that we shall put to practice in our daily life. Don't you know that one word is reciprocity? You won't like something bad done to you, right? So do not do anything bad to others. Sir, should injury be compensant, that is paid back with kindness? Pay back injury with justice. Pay back kindness with kindness. Virtue doesn't stand alone. This is what the teacher says. Those who practice good behavior, good character shall always have good neighbors. The determined scholar and the man of virtue will not seek to live at the expense of humanity. The teacher further explained, they even sacrifice their lives for humanity. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. And please press the bell icon for the notification of my latest videos. See you next time with my new video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.